What is going on, guys? It is almost the new year. Look at that. I'm even doing some cleaning. We hit 100,000 subscribers. Like, it's unreal. It really is. I feel like doing this for the last 3 years has just been it's had so many positives for me. And even though it's just a number, it is such a crazy milestone. And I was so nervous that I wasn't going to hit it before the end of the year. And you guys really came together and helped me out. And, you know, I've seen the comments so many times, you know, how does T. Blake deserves more subs? But I really deserve everything I have. And I really appreciate having you guys there with me. Now, we're going to start with my Concepts collection because I think it's easily 40 or 50 pairs. And we're going to break it down by brand. So this is my Concepts New Balance collection. It's not a complete collection, and I mentioned in my last video I was looking for my Mint 998s. I don't know where they are, so that's definitely missing from these. There's a few obscure ones, but we're going to walk through them all right now. All right, first up we have the Regatta. This was done last year, and they did an in-store installation for New York City. Another one of their most recent, the Luxury Good, recently Complex Sneakers top collaborations of the year. We've got the Rosé, one of my all-time favorites. This sneaker was amazing. I gotta get the Sneaker Freaker issue for it to go along with this. One of my favorites, the Kennedy. I have 2 pairs, along with the Sneaker Freaker magazine that goes along with them. Another one of my favorites, the Seal. Completely waterproof, have some really great details, and there's reviews on pretty much every single one of these sneakers. So if you're curious, just Google T. Blake and the name of it. The C-Note, also one of the top 10 New Balances ever made, in my opinion. We've got another recent one from this summer, the 575. We've got the most recent 998, inspired by Grand Touring. We've got the What Are Those Worthy, one of their earliest collabs. Just absolutely crazy. I did a full video on those as well. We have the Freedom Trail 1500. This also came with H810, I think, but it was ugly, so I sold it. And then an old one, not too old actually, but one that's kind of obscure. This is the Northern Lights pack. They released 3 of these. There was like 50 for each color, and they were 200 bucks each, and I didn't have the money to buy them. So that is the New Balance part of my Concepts collection. We're gonna get into some more, and then there's more in the other room. Okay guys, next up is my Asics and Concepts collection. I think, unless I'm really overlooking something, I have every single pair. I don't have the Tea Parties, they would go right here. The box is in my trunk, and I think the shoes are in my office. But I'll show you guys anyway. This is the latest. This is the Gel Respector collab that they did. I doubled up on these. I thought they were really great. They also did the Black Widows, which I got a pair for this, and a pair for Bay, who won't be getting them anymore. And then we have the 3 Lies, one of my favorite Asics ever. The 8 Balls, which I thought was really well done. That's probably one of my most worn sneakers from last year. Mix and Match pack. I have them mixed and matched. I don't have all 4 complete sets. Me and Crispy Coil swap them. But I count that as having all of them because buying all 4 of them was a little crazy. I'd rather just have bought 2, and then working with Mike, I was able to get all 4 colors. Another pair of the Gel Respector like we talked about. The Pistachio Gel Light 5, and then the Ember Gel Light 5. So this is my Asics collection as part of the Concepts collabs. Now for the Nike collaborations Concepts is done. This is probably the part of my collection I'm most embarrassed by, mostly because I don't have most of them. I'm missing Red Lobsters, I'm missing the Ugly Sweater pack, Yellow Lobsters obviously, but we have all the packaging for the Grail. We did a full video on that, so we got the concrete box, we got that one, this one. Shout out to the Birkenstocks though. We've got the normal packaging that they came in, then we have the Janowskis, we have the When Pigs Fly with the little pig lace locks, which is a nice touch. We have the Blue Lobsters with the Red Lobster poster that came for the release. Wow, that just kind of popped itself, huh? And then we have the stained glass. So that is my Nike part of my Concepts collection. This is the last of my Concepts collection. These are kind of things where they might have done, well, I should say it is very incomplete, but things where I have like only 1 or 2, so it's not worth a full brand thing. Get the Birkenstocks here, Birkenstocks on feet. We have the Concepts Timberland Epi Leather. This is my most recent pickup from older Concepts collabs I didn't have. Then we have the most recent Timberland collab which is one of my favorites, and I really dogged these, and I wish I kind of didn't, because I didn't realize there's only 120 pairs or whatever it was, but I'll try to buy another pair if I can. We have the Brooks Beast. Oh, what's this? We have the Concepts ping pong paddle that went with the Stan Smiths, and if you remember my last collection video, I didn't have these either because they're at Jacob Keller's house and they're still there. So, Desire Camo Chucks, the Clark's Toyer, the Brooks Chariot, the Van Skate High, the Ewing 33, the Red Wing. I don't know what this is, but it's dope, and I've been meaning to wear it, but then it got really crappy outside, so I'm gonna have to wait till next fall. The Rat Hunter Vans, and the Diodora. So that's everything in my Concepts collection. Alright guys, that's gonna be the first cut for this collection video. I don't want to make it terribly long, and I know you guys want to see a revisited Concepts one. I have we'll do Jordan and Nike. We'll get all my kind of obscure New Balances out of the way, and then that'll be it. So we'll do this in 2 parts. But obviously Concepts is one of my favorite collaborators, and they're one of the brands, when I look back at what got me kind of started making videos, was being Boston local, had Bodega right down the street, had Ball and Buck doing collabs with New Balance, and had Concepts. And you know, Concepts really enjoyed the fact that I enjoyed their sneakers so much, and I continue to be a customer there because of the love they've showed. So this is part 1 of the collection video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. T Blake signing out. Peace.